Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt your regularly scheduled programming to bring you this special bulletin. It would appear, with all this discussion on Stellar Blade and the controversy and censorship, and you just want to play the game one-handed, you would think the absurdity of the discussion had reached an all-time high. And yet, there's always one or two people that just take that extra step and just go, well, you be the judge. Is this too far? Is this a joke? It's always a joke until it isn't. Evil individual, evil individual places $20,000 bounty on Grummz, aka Mark Kern, for beginning the campaign to uncensor Stellar Blade. Now, you may think to yourself, oh, that's a bit ridiculous. It's a joke, right? It's always a joke until it isn't. This is Mark Kern launched his campaign after the game's official account promised it would deliver the game uncensored. Now this, I don't know. They promised the game would be the same uncensored version in all countries. I don't know. Be careful whenever you're repeating all that, because it is something the other side will use against you if you do not say exactly what this quote has right here. Didn't mean to do that. The same uncensored version in all countries. So I asked the question. And no, I'm sorry, I'm not making excuses. I am simply asking questions. Is the version of Stellar Blade, patch 1.0 point whatever 2, is it the same across all countries, all releases? Because if that's the case, you judge for yourself, vote with your wallet. Listen to all opinions, listen to all the information, find all the information, and judge for yourself. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to talk about this interesting little story right here. Let's see. Number of games outfits for the main protagonist Eve have been altered. 2 of them, I believe, leading up to the official release of the game. They have been changed in the demo version through to the, I guess, release date, the day 1 patch version, which almost makes me wonder, did the demo help or hurt the sales of Stellar Blade? It helped me because it was a fantastically fun game and I picked it up. I bought it. You have the option, if you pick up the physical copy, before you install it, go ahead and disconnect your PlayStation from the internet and play it unpatched if you so choose to. A lot of people are doing that. A lot of people are canceling their PlayStation Plus account. They're canceling their they're returning, they're getting refunds, claiming false advertising. Again, a lot of drama going on. Another confirmed outfit. Again, this is one of 2. Also complaints of the graffiti being changed. I guess my PlayStation came out and said, oh my goodness, this is a little derogatory towards a particular demographic, and then they changed it to something that could be seen as derogatory towards a particular demographic. Anyway, another confirmed, we're working on changing it back. And that is true. Grummz has laid out a multi-step option to try and convince Sony to change the outfits back, unpatch the added material to these costumes, to these outfits, because it's a simple mesh adjustment. Why not? The argument that I've made quite a few times is, why change these 2 outfits when there are far more scandalous outfits in this game? Why were these 2 changed in such a manner, in such a rather minuscule manner? But again, there is the idea that you give him an inch, you take a mile. But Grummz has gone on, and again, there's been some discussion about the gore censorship and whether it's a performance issue or a setting on your game. I'm going to check that out whenever I decide to stream it next time. Let everyone see for themselves. Just one little adjustment on my side. But this all comes to a head where is it? Let's see. Here's the plan for getting the censorship removed. We come down here to good old Toneman. Let's see. In the wake of announcing his 8-step plan and launching the petition, Kern has received a number of death threats. Now, if you are online, you will get your share of self-deletion suggestions, death threats, and all these other things. Personally, I think everyone should take every single one of them seriously and report it. Why not? Simple, maybe even just go so far as to take a screenshot and pop it online. Take a screenshot, pop it online. Don't blur out these people's names. Why would you do that? Bring the receipts. It's what we want from the other side when they're calling for when they claim they're getting death threats. Bring your receipts, show them out online. But this one's a little different because this one was posted directly to X or Twitter, whatever you decide to call it. One individual who has since deleted his account completely. It is just completely and totally gone. Poof! Into the ether. Appeared to put a bounty on Mark Kern's head. $20,000 to anyone that makes this dipshit disappear. For all the world to see. Now, I'm not sure if anyone's aware of this. Just a little education there. This is against the law. This is or can be seen as, a legitimate threat against someone's life, attempting to pretty much putting a contract on someone's head. You can say that Mr. Toneman right here he's just joking, but the problem is there's a bunch of lunatics out there, at least one or two, that could take the chance of taking him up on that. $20,000 is $20,000, right? So, is there an investigation? Trying to blow this off is a bit silly. It's the wrong thing to do. You shouldn't talk like this online. Whether you're terminally online, whether you're on the left or the right, whether you're room temperature IQ eating paint chips or just Bible thumping individual on the far right. Either way, not a good idea, especially when it comes to getting so bent out of shape over a video game. Now you can say Mr. Mark Kearns is getting bent out of shape and I can't talk again. Or that channels like mine are just screaming to the rafters about this, and we're the ones that are bent out of shape. But we're not calling for harassment campaigns. We're not calling to get anyone's Steam accounts disabled, dismantled, and destroyed. We're not calling anyone istophobes, misogynists, racist, or anything like that. We may call their practices, their hiring practice, a little bit sketchy. We're also not putting contracts on anyone's head openly on social media. So who are the bad guys here? We're asking for a video game to be in the same state as the demo. What is so wrong with that? Broke federal law and put a bounty on my head for tweeting about Stellar Blade. Quote, my take? Those are rookie numbers. Of course, Grummz is making a joke about it outwardly on social media. But I have no doubt in my mind, him as well as others have already reported this lovely little individual, which is why, more than likely, his account just kind of disappeared. But unfortunately, whether you like it or not, the internet is forever. I don't know what's going to come of this, but let's see. The bounty is very clearly evil. It's evil. And the individual doing it obviously has massive problems. What do you make of this individual putting a bounty on Mark Kern? I've heard a couple of people earlier today even mention this, or over the past few days, saying that Mark is taking it too far or over-exaggerating, saying all this other stuff. But again, my entire point is, sure, it's always a joke until the one time it isn't. Now, do you want to be the recipient of the one time it isn't, or do you want to take these things exceptionally seriously? Personally, I think you should take them seriously. When someone gets on social media for all the world to see, I don't know how many followers good old Toneman had, but I think this is definitely something to be taken seriously. It's foolish. Don't do this. But we'll have to wait and see. I'm sure there's going to be some information coming out, whether or not good old Toneman was reported to the police or the proper authorities in his area. I can't wait to see what the outcome of this is going to be, but let me know what you think in the comments. Leave a like, leave a dislike, do all the sniffy little things that YouTube is begging you to do, and I hope to see you on the next one.